Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sugar at Sugar Hits Live. Thank you for coming to my show. And I have to tell everybody something. This is not just for me, but for everyone. And everyone who is I feel like this is so out of this world, the way I'm talking. The Lord is my shepherd, shall not leave me. My soul. It's so unreal. Anyway, I have to tell you guys something, and so you'll know exactly what's going on. Okay, so all of you would know exactly what's going on. So anyway, I'm foregoing the Bible right now. I know I'm supposed to say a prayer every time I start, but and I'm gonna try to make a habit of it. I've been doing it, and it's just I'm trying to hurry up and give you the news about why we're fighting and what we're fighting for. Blessed is the man. I'm reading Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But this delight is in the law of the Lord, and is in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wild driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. That's where we come in. They shall perish. And I'm told to tell you what we're fighting for. The government, with their wisdom, has decided that they're going to have to stop all these illicit drugs because it's killing human beings. It's doing all kinds of stuff. And if they can't stop it, they are going to control it. And our team was selected to run all this stuff. Okay? And that's what we're fighting for. So you're not just fighting for me and my freedom or anybody else's freedom. We're fighting for control of everything. Because we have proven that we're not trying to hurt anyone. Even people who sell illicit stuff. We have been proven that we're not putting stuff in to kill anybody or whatever. And if anybody is, they're going to stop. So we have proven, and thanks to all of you. Yes, good and bad. Thanks for all of you for not trying to hurt anyone who's trying to enjoy their life, godly or ungodly. We're taking the good with the not so good. And our team is going to control. So whatever drug is out there, the government is going to have us distribute it. And that's what other people want. But it's already decided. I told you this months ago, but nobody believed. And we're gonna be in control. So this is what you're fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. Control of everything: cocaine, heroin, marijuana, food, clothing, banks, you name it. They can try to take it, but we own it. And they have shown where they can't be trusted. We gave them opportunities to control certain businesses and what have you, and they show not to be trusted, that they want to poison the people, the very people that they want to make money off. And we as a family, we as a whole, we as our people, we don't do that. Because believe it or not, the government was testing all of us out. Now I was dragged in. I was never into this stuff, but I was dragged in, and they want me as your leader. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I know nothing about some of the stuff, but they said that they would trust me to make decisions on who, and I select my team. I select the people who have shown and effing proven that they're not out to hurt me, hurt any of you, or hurt any of our people, even on their side. You understand? So we have shown and proved. So that's what we're fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. So we need all the programmers that we can. We need all the security team, because that's what they're doing. They are spending millions and millions of dollars into programs, security, downloads, you name it, they're doing it. So we need our team to do the same thing. Okay? We need to clean up all the files. We need to clean up all our computers, all our phones, all our things. Of course, eventually we're going to get new ones, but we need to clean it up. And we need you programmers and all you computer geeks and everything on our team, because they're hearing this too, so they're preparing to counter. You know, I just want you to know it's already decided. We're already going to take control. It's just a matter of when. So now we just got to clean everything up, because they have shown and proved. It was a test for both them and us, and they failed. I wasn't given a test. I mean, I was given a test for my little crew misfits, but the government was given a test to see who they can trust, and they failed. So they can't blame anybody else but themselves, because we was trying to tell them there's room for everybody. But they want to take control of whatever, and they wasn't listening. Down to leadership of countries, I was trying to show them that I'm not out here to hurt you. You understand? I'm out here to help you get your country cleaned up. I'm out here to help you get money in your pocket. I'm out here to get you home ownership, business ownership. I'm out here trying to, but they want to go pick on the small things. They want to steal my insurance checks. They want to steal money in my account. They want to, put tickets on my car and your car and everybody's. They want to do all this little stuff, and they was being tested, and they keep failing the test over and over again. How can you have control of something when you're only concerned of yourself? You're not concerned of the people that you're in charge of, and you're not caring about the people as a mass. You only care about you and your immediate family, and that's not how family evolve. That's not how family stay in existence. You have to spread love amongst everyone. And since we, as a family, spread love amongst everyone, they thought we were stupid because we're so kind, because we're so nice, and it's not. We're not stupid. It's just that you can, the old saying, you can get more honey, you can get more bees with honey as opposed to flies. But you know, as a group, we protect ourselves, but we also know how to defend ourselves. At least some of us are learning. You understand? You can't always Bible talk. You have to know how to defend yourself, because that's how God wanted. You understand? So, and we didn't get picked because we was religious, because a lot of us, we're not religious. We just believe in treating people the way we want to be treated. That's basically what religion is. You treat others the way you want to be treated, with kindness. So you don't have to be too religious to be part of our organization. We welcome everybody, and well, they welcome, and then they welcome me. But this fight is for leadership of everything, control of everything. So all you boys and girls who keep arguing with me, oh, I've been working for, now you really got to show security on me and my team. You got to show security on other people around you. You are your brother's keeper, everybody on our team. Yes, you have to secure everybody. You have to. We are our own lookouts, because the whole government structure is getting ready to change. The whole government structure. You understand? So I'm not mentioning no departments or whatever. I'm not mentioning no bank. I was talking to someone today in one of the banks, and I was saying to them, because I found out that somebody had my card on their Apple Pay. So when they want something, they would just, and we figured out too. We figured out Nayoka, the Jamaican over there, and her mom, and we figured out the Haitian girl over there. Now, for the love of God, your leader believes in these people. So I am not getting into that. I just know he has to deal with them. I tried to deal with them. He wants to be their friend. He want to believe what the BS they saying, that it's not them, that it's somebody else. But the proof is in the pudding. They bought food and it's showing up. They bought this and it's showing up. Yes, they if I order something, all of them run out the gate. The other day they told the guy their block their block association, block security. I wasn't called to that meeting. And how come it's only my stuff being anyway? Yes, they accosted my delivery guy and switched my food, and the food went in the garbage, of course. And but everyone is getting part of this. So you have a legacy to give your children and your family members and what have you. And just maintain your goodness, just maintain your good heart. And Mr. Homeboy over there is still trying to deal with these people and they heart. And that's on him. I'm done. Let him deal with them. I'm out. I tried. A while back, they was like, oh, well, she was fighting for her kid because Reyes was going after her kid. And I understood. I said, okay, she's in the same battle as I am. They trying to bring down her son. They trying to bring down her daughter. I'm going to help. I'm going to not attack or whatever because they're doing it to my son. But every time Reyes sit back, she gets mad. She wants somebody to always attack me. Why? I don't know. When it's not Reyes, it's the Hutchinsons. You understand? And when the Hutchinsons sit back, one of them go over, then the son does it without the father knowing, and vice versa. And of course, when they're fighting 1 minute, then their partnership the next, and then her and Reyes is friends now because the cops in his family now is representing her. So every time people sit back, she gets mad. She wants to totally show people she can control me. You can't. You can't. Whatever you take, you lose. Whatever you get, you lose. You understand? But I'm not here to talk about anybody here. If he wants to deal with it and try to change these people, the money's going to come out his pocket. I'm done with it. So all I'm saying is that's what we're fighting for control. We already have control, like I said, the government. It's just a matter of when all this stuff is going to kick in. And it's going to be soon. And I need everybody to pitch in and give Kendrick Campbell a hand. You know what he looks like. Please help him. He cannot do anything on his own. He needs all of our help. And you know what he looks like. Not all these fake Kendricks going around. You know what he looks like. I constantly put pictures of himself and me out. I constantly put out pictures of me and my son so you can know what my son looked like, because she's running around. Her son is getting tickets, and her friend down in in traffic, in transit, is switching pictures, is switching cars. They're doing the most over there, and I try to get 311, and 311 is in on it. Some of her friends, because they downloaded something on my phone. I don't want you to think everybody, they downloaded something on my phone, and that phone. And when I use that phone, sometimes I have to use that phone. You understand? And she's seeing everything I'm doing. And Reyes got my phone calls going to his people. How? Let me tell you how that is. You know that tracker system that you put on your children's phone to see everything that they do? And they tell you, okay, in order for you to be able to track that person, you have to punch in a code, right? So they download the app, and then they have to send the phone that you want to track. They send that phone. So they know that I have to call my bank. They know that I have to call some of these places. And your bank used to, the bank don't do it no more. Your bank used to send a code, and then you say the code, and then the bank say, okay, they can get into your account. No, that's what Reyes and his people is doing now. He downloaded something on the phone. Their people is picking up. They said, okay, in order for us to get into your account, Miss G, we're going to send you a code, and then you read it back to us. I'm giving them permission to track me. I'm giving them permission to think. I did it as a thing this morning, just to see if I'm right on what it is. Yes, and I called the bank, and she said, even though the bank said they no longer do that, I called the bank. My phone went to his people, of course. She said she's going to send me a code. I said, okay, fine, because this phone is already messed up. I said, okay, fine. I'll read it back to you. And I read it back to her, and she had this giggle in her voice. I heard it. And she continued to act like she worked for the bank, and continued to tell me that they can't do anything. Because after they get the okay to track you down, they get cocky and they start slipping. And then they be like, oh, well, we can't do nothing. You got to call this and that, blah, 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 blah. Or they go to other route and they say, oh, let's help. We'll help you. We put up a claim, and then they put the claim. They send it through to their people. They put it on the desk, and then they send it back and say, oh, we have to put the charge back on your card, because every charge that they put is money in their pocket. Because whoever's running these banks, y'all need to speak to them. They're not paying attention. These CEOs and presidents and the board, they're not paying attention to these banks. They need to go pay attention. They need to secretly watch all these people. They have a system where they have to punch in their codes. So they have to flag every code that's constantly coming up with some bullshit or doing something wrong. They have to flag all those codes and then fire these people. You understand? This is what they have to do. That's why you have programmers. So the programmers can because everybody's working at home, they get a computer from you guys. You already should have everything in there. Key logging, to see what they're key logging. Everybody should have a code in order to, not just their last name, a number. From now on, everybody should have a number in all companies that they have to punch in the computer to get in the computer to work on your job. Not just their social, because what they do, they use other people's information, sometimes to use other people's tags to get into the account. Just like they did yesterday with my insurance company. They gave me two people's name. They gave me all those two people's credentials that they was using to fraudulently or the checks, the a $50,000 check to go to Reyes and his people. They use somebody else's identity to get a check sent to them that was supposed to go to me. So that's why she so openly gave me all the person's information, because that's not the people who's doing what. You understand? They're doing all that. And we know it's the Latino crew, the Indian crew. Okay? We know who they are. Yes, she was using somebody else's identity. Lauren Gross is supposed to be my person. My, what do you call those? Yeah, in the insurance game. After the investigator, because the investigator came out and he surmises whatever. The game plan was to get uh somebody to come here, give me an estimate, and for them to control the estimate and control where the money goes to. Okay, so after they got the estimate, they started getting cocky because their people are on standby to deny me on paper, but still make out the check and send it to whomever, what bank account, get it fixed, and everybody split it. That's how it's supposed to go. So I don't know what happened. Um, the investigator did whatever with the check or whatever, put it back in the till, found out who's doing it, and I think the person got highlighted and they're about to be fired or already is fired. You understand? So I'm doing my part. And I just need everybody to do their part. I need everybody to look out on your job, especially. They definitely gonna come after us like they are. Nobody let they thing be known. Just do your job. Do your job. Pitch in where you can, fix where you can, and be very careful. I'll take the brunt of it. Kenrick is taking the brunt of it. I don't want nobody playing I don't want anybody to play hero. He's out, I'm out. Let them keep coming after us. I just need you to help him. When you see him, give him something to eat. Let him take a shower, change your clothes. If you're a nurse, make sure he's healthy. Get all his injections, because they're going to want to inject him with all kinds of stuff. Syphilis, gonorrhea, make sure he gets all his shots, like a puppy. Please help him. Because if it wasn't for him, I don't know. He saved my life, and he's continuously doing that, and he's the only one openly doing it, and I don't want anybody else to do it openly. Okay, you help me by staying safe, and you help me by helping me and helping the companies that you work for. Please don't play hero, but notify all the executive boards of these companies, restaurants, McDonald's, Uber Eats, T-Mobile. You notify the executive board. You notify the executive office. Okay, I think the executive office is switching up secretaries, whatever. So the secretary in the executive office now should be fine. You let her know or let him know what's going on, and you want everybody in headquarters to know so and so is doing this, so and so is doing that. Do not let this check go. Do not let this pass. There's a check being written that's not being put in the computer. Things like that. If you have to do it anonymously, please do it and be safe. But everybody must continue to pitch in. Please pitch in safely. There's big things coming for us. We're already selected, so I just need everybody to be safe. I'm out here. I'm getting beat up. If you see my food coming, please make sure it gets to my destination. If you see Kenrick, please help him out. You know, that's that's the only thing I can say right now. Please help him out, because he's not only helping me, he's helping all of us. He risks a lot for all of us to maintain our anonymity. Our anonymity. I'm sure he didn't want to come out, but he did. But I don't want anybody else to come out. At first, I did. I was mad. You understand? But now I understand why. Because they all trample on you. They all come trample on you. Then they finish you. Then they move on and move on and move on. And that's how we have to work. We have to help each other. And there's a lot of us out there. We have to help each other stay focused. There's big things going on for us. There's big money coming. You can finally send your kids to great schools. You can have a future. You can do whatever you want. But I just need you, everybody out there, please help him. I'm in here. I need help, but I'm in my home. Whatever. They looking to arrest him. They're trying to make up all kinds of charges on him. And he helped her, he helped him, he helped them, and him. Yeah, some of his money. They went into foreclosure, and he said, "Let me say, I'll get the house for you, and I'll pay, and I'll make you a tenant." So after all that was done, they started putting charges on him so he can disappear. This morning, I got some kind of thing from downtown that they want some kind of paperwork, because evidently they don't have all kind of paperwork. So if you live in the building part, if you work in the building department, if you work in the finance department, please check all those fake tickets, check the number, and see exactly what car belongs to those tickets. Those are not our car, and fix it. And you have to tell your supervisor. And if your supervisor is part of it, you make notes and you tell her supervisor or his supervisor, and you move on up and up and up. But you tell the supervisor, listen, this ticket do not belong to Miss Gibbons or on her car. Somebody transferred that ticket onto somebody. And it sounds unbelievable, but yes, because it's happening to all of us. So you can use anything that you know about me, my T-Mobile account, my bank account. You use mine as an example, and you said this is not right, that's not right. Yesterday they was trying to take my interest on my thing, and the Voya account or whatever. Please use my account as an example, because I called the union leader the other day, but I wanted to have everything. They're stealing money from correction officers. Even though there's a lot of corrections officers that's on their side, they're stealing money. Now they're stealing money from the corrections officer. And I called the leader of the COBRA, that's Correction Officer Believing Association. I called the president of the Correction Officers Association to let him know. But so many things, and he called me back. And so many things was going on. I never did call him back to let him know to watch his people's accounts, because they're losing a lot of money, and their accounts are getting switched to non-payment of tax. And then when they try to take any money out, they double taxed. Right now I'm supposed to be taxed 10%. They're trying to take 20%, and they're not supposed to do that because I'm disabled, and I'm going to, they don't want to do the paper. They trying all kinds of ways for me not to get all my money. They telling me if I take out my money, they getting $100,000 off the bat. No, and then they go behind your back and file for a refund of that, and then they get the money, and you're out basically 50, 60, $70,000 of what they got, because you're supposed to pay 30,000 on all the taxes. They tell you they got to take 100, and then they pocket 70,000. And it's all coming. It's a lot of this is coming from Puerto Rico government, the Indian government, because you can check yourself. I'm not picking on the Indian people. I'm not picking on the Puerto Rican people. Puerto Ricans is like our second skin, but the government is either forcing them or they doing it on their own. They on TV bragging, it's their turn, it's their turn, it's their turn. So some of them are doing it, because they want to do it. In the Dominican Republic, you understand? So everybody's claiming that it's not them, it's the cops, and then they telling us it's the government and whatever, but you're still doing it. You're not notifying anybody. I understand people threatening your family, because even my son, I asked him a question, and he's like, No, no, nobody threatened me. Nobody forced me. And I know they did. You understand? The other day he came here and I think the next door neighbor put something down his shirt or something because he was shaking. You understand? And like I said, he deals with raccoons. So can you imagine a baby raccoon down your shirt? Makes you want to just drop kick them over a bridge, don't you? Don't you think? And that that makes them feel the way he behaves and Christopher behaves is the same thing. They're punks underneath, but they got other people doing they shit, which is what people think. They got people doing their shit and they get this big bravado, but you meet them on the street by themselves. They not like that. They be like, oh, it ain't me, it ain't me. It is you. For 30 something years, you and your parents have been stalking me. I had to curse out my cousin the other day. I'm like, I don't know if you think he was protecting me, but you wasn't because you tell these people to watch me, and instead of watching me, they stalking me. Instead of protecting me, they stealing from me. And you never even was concerned when all that stuff was happening to me. What did they tell you? What did they tell you when I ended up in jail? What did they tell you when I ended up in hospital? What did they tell you that I no longer work for corrections? What did they tell you? Or did you know and you just didn't want to do nothing about it? I'm curious. Yeah, I cursed out my cousin. You understand? I'm like, oh, you upset that they following you now, and that's what they've been doing to me for 30 years. Because one of my boyfriends came to me, he's like, who are you? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean, who am I? I'm Rhonda. He said, no. He said, so and so told me that we can't mess with you because of such and such and such and such, and he got to mess with you for. I'm like, oh, really? What do you mean? That's what he told me. And if it wasn't for my ex boyfriend giving me these little tidbits, I wouldn't even really, really know. But every time I go to my father or my aunt or somebody's barbecue, my cousin just be staring at me. And I'm like, why is Adrian keep staring at me like that? Why my cousins and them keep looking at me like that? One of my other cousins, her father died. And her father asked me to take care of her. I loved my uncle to death. That was one of my best friends. And I told my uncle before he died, I'm like, I love you, but if you put me in charge of your daughter and you put me in charge of your money, I'll be arguing with all the family. And anything that I buy, they're going to think that I stole your daughter's money to buy everything for me. Meanwhile, I'm working and I'm doing me. And he said, well, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm like, let me tell you, after death, people go crazy. I told him, I said, I love you, but I think that you should go with the well-liked person in the family. I said, I don't think you should go with me because I would love to do it for you, but I don't need the headaches because money is a thing that separates people and especially separates family. And it broke my heart to tell my uncle no because there was nothing that I ever asked him for that he never did for me or gave me. But I had to tell him no just for my peace of mind. And now she's a grown woman. Every time she see me, she rolls her eyes, even when she was little. I'm like, why? So I don't know what my aunt and them told her. I don't know what my aunt and them told her because she was raised by my aunt. But I don't know what my aunt told that little girl about me that every time she sees me, she just roll her eyes at me. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Because I say hi to her and she would like either talk under her breath. Hi, Rhonda. Like I'm forcing her to say hi. But I was so happy that everything's going because my other cousin, she will always keep me abreast of what's going on. Well, so and so is going to school and so is doing this and so. My other cousin, because my other cousin knew that I sent my uncle over to her. So my other cousin will always inform me of what she was doing And she followed my cousin's footprint. She went to the same school, which is an Ivy League school, studied the same thing, which is psychology. She's a grown woman now. Every time I see her, I'm still looking at her as 12, and but yeah. So yeah, I had to curse my cousin out yesterday. But you can have arguments with your family and still love them. I still love my cousin. I still love my family. I just was wondering, what was you thinking when all this stuff was happening to me? Because one lady, she was Trini, she accused me of beating her up. One of my captains. The first time she ever came in my area, she accused me of beating her up because when you fight, you definitely get switched out of the jail. And they wanted me out the jail. The Jamaicans wanted me out the jail. So here come the captain. She never came to my area before, and she accused me of fighting and beating her up. I heard that she was walking around with a sling on her arm. Now, why did they keep her there with a sling on her arm? Because when you're hurt, you're not supposed to be around inmates. You're supposed to be in an area where you're safe, like the school. I call it the school, but it's you know the school or the center with the hospital or you're not supposed to be on the island when you're really hurt like that. But they switched me, and they kept her in the jail. They wasn't supposed to do that. They were supposed to switch both of us if we legitimately had a fight, which we didn't. There was 30 inmates, and there was 4 officers there. 1, 2, 3, and the captain. 1, 2, 3, captain. Right. There was me. I was the B. Then there was Manley. She was the A. Then Captain Franklin came in, and then Captain Franklin came with one of the security officers, the tall, white, skinny security officer. He was right there next to us when me and Captain Franklin was talking. So when did I get a chance to beat her up? And 30 inmates was in the area. So when did I ever get a chance to beat her up? Because she sent me down to the front. I walked down to the front. Nobody came and dragged me out. When did I beat her up? I don't know. But I know they put me out for a couple of weeks, and when I came back in, they told me I can't go back into jail because I was fighting, and I beat up a captain. I'm like, beat up a captain? Who's the captain that I beat up? Who is this mysterious captain? So where was you, Adrian? Where was all my cousins? Where was all of y'all? Y'all wasn't getting the same news that I was getting. What was Andy and them telling you? I mean, that was your security, you and Leslie. What exactly Andy and them was telling you? I'm curious because you never came and helped me. You're Trini, the Captain Franklin's Trini. So how come you never spoke to Captain Franklin and ask her why she lied? Was she was she one of the people supposed to be watching me, or was she working for Andy? Who was she working for? Because Andy and his brother and his mother and them, they got their own little thing going on. They've been after my family for the longest. You understand? And it hurts me because he's Trini. So, you know, I guess it's an internal thing. But, you giving up your country for, you trying to be lead of what? You think if the Indians take over, they're going to have you're mixed with Spanish. You're not mixed with Indian. I'm mixed with Indian, and they trying to get rid of me. So what do you think they're going to do to you and your brother? Y'all Spanish. Y'all not Indian. I understand Reyes is Spanish, and him and his family is part of this takeover. But you are black Spanish. They white Spanish. What exactly are you and your family getting out of it? Light skin don't cover it. You're still black. You still look black. You're light skin, but you're and Spanish, but you're black. So what are you getting out of it? You're Venezuelan. I'm one third Venezuelan. I'm one third Indian. So what are you getting out of it? We're both black. We're not full Indian, and we're not light skinned Spanish. Okay, so I don't know what this takeover is about with you and your brother and your mom. Keep telling you I'm not trying to hurt none of y'all. It's not that I'm scared about my mom because I'm just gonna go buck wild, and I don't understand. What exactly are you getting out of it? I don't want to be with either one of you. You're not my type. Well, your mother should have got into the marriage thing when I was younger, because it seems like my father was just selling me off to everybody. You understand? I got about 5 husbands waiting. My father was selling me to everybody. You understand? In each country, I got a husband in each country. I mean, I'm sorry, Kendrick. Kendrick is such the baby. I swear, he gets so mad. He gets so jealous. But yeah, how come? Okay, you wanted my hand in marriage. Why didn't your mother and your grandmother put they bid in? I don't know how it's done. I don't know how these arranged relationship goes. All I know is my husband's over there, or all of them is over there, and I'm down here by myself. So I don't know how this marriage thing is supposed to work. Okay, so get online, and I'm older now, so I don't know if I depreciated or increased. I don't know, but I got my hands full with husbands, and I got a spoiled one. I got 2 spoiled husbands. They driving me crazy. I'm trying to get rid of the big man. Y'all can have him. I'm telling you, all you ladies out there who want Mr. J, y'all can have him, because that man, he don't have one romantic bone in his body. I'm telling you, he don't know how to be romantic, and I'm a butterfly. I need romance. I need it. He treats me like I'm a worker. We talk like we're in a business meeting all the time. And I'm like, really? He always talks like we're in a business meeting. I don't want that. Your business is to take care of me. You ain't doing so good in that department. You understand? Your second in charge is doing better than you. You understand? In the security department. So anyway, yeah, my dance card is full. So I just I'm learning. I'm learning. But I just want everybody to know the good news. It's not just for us, it's for everyone. For everyone. Excuse me. I don't know how the government's going to do it. If they're going to have a drug depot, if they going to have illicit sex depot, I don't know. I didn't get the memo on that yet. All I know, we in there. And me and Big Man trying to keep us in there. We trying, so do you be nice to everybody. Just watch these clowns on the other side want to fight and fight for what, a couple of dollars, some Uber Eats. Just watch them do their thing. Just protect me and protect him and protect Kenrick and protect my son. And of course, protect your family. Everybody's the mother's keeper now, okay? We all in this together. Stay safe. Put in your part. Report what you see. You understand? And help out. If you can write a letter to headquarters and let headquarters know that all these checks are not being inputted and who's doing what and whatever, it'll help us a great deal. Help our accounts, help our phone. If you work at Con Ed, please, can you let me know the right bill? Because they sending me a $2,400 bill. It's not mine. And I like paying my bills. I really do. But they keep doing whatever it is somebody paid for me, and send me a bill. All right? I'm good for it. Take it out what you owe me. That's please. You understand? Because I got to keep everybody over here with lights on. They don't understand. They trying to get money out of my pocket, but if I go off, they going off. You understand? So somebody please take care of my bill for me, and you take care of it, and later on tell me what I owe you, and we'll deduct it from what you owe me. Okay, we can do it like that. But y'all need to help me and pitch in, please. My son is on the brink, So please support my son as much as you can, and let him know not to go crazy. Help his girlfriend Monique and her little one up in the Bronx. Please, I beg you, just watch over her and her little son and her family. And we're going to take the brunt of it, but I need everybody to support and everybody to protect. And please help Kendrick get the right medication. Give him his 3 shots. Give him some food, somewhere to stay. Please help him out there, because they drumming up all kinds of charges on him, and it's not true. So please help him out. And I want to thank everyone for being as kind-hearted and always staying graceful and always having some kind of Lord in your life. And AJ, I see you. I see you. And I'm not after your whole family. I just want your family to sit down and talk to the members of the family who's doing what they're doing. And Will and Jada, I love you all, but you need to talk to your kids or whoever in your family is doing what they do. You understand? I just love you guys so much, because Jada really loves all his true friends, and it's hurting him of what's going on and what he's finding out. But I gotta stand by him. And for Miss B, you're a trooper. Mrs. Tina, we love you, and all the Kardashians and everybody. Let's not internally fight. Let's try to do the best of it for everybody, so we can all make money. We can all take care of our families, and we're not trying to take care of anything from you and your family. I do appreciate you helping Jay and I reach as far as we can, and I just want you to know he really, really appreciates all of you, and he really loves all of you. So if I miss a name, please do not feel slighted. He's going through a lot right now. He's going through a lot, and his burdens are heavy. And I'm trying to give him as much as a break as possible. So I'm just asking everybody to pitch in, or you computer geeks pitch in, or you workers at these places pitch in, or you people at the executive office, please pitch in. Okay, and if we can save some people from the other side, because I'm trying, because Hutchinson Jr., believe it or not, is related. And one of the Haitian kids, 2 of the Haitian kids is related. But they was brought up by their parents, and I guess what they learned as they was raised, it's hard for them to get out their system, you know. And I guess they raised not to trust, so they don't trust that I would stick to my word or whatever. So they fighting and conning and whatever. But yeah, he's related. And 2 of the Haitian kids is related. So I'm not trying to hurt them. They stopped, but Hutchinson Jr. hasn't, and his mom, and I want them to stop. And definitely, I don't want Alvarine and her children hurt, but she doesn't want to stop. I don't. I used to admire her for being a good mother at the beginning, and now we became arch enemies. And with Reyes, he's fighting for a home that it's not him, but I try to place him in other homes, and I try to place her in other places and jobs and stuff. But you can't steal something from somebody and expect to profit off of it, no matter what you try to do. You can't do that. And believe me, it's a bigger and better life. Everybody downtown didn't want change, and now change is there. Business is booming. Things are better for the people that live down there, and they fought. All of them fought, and everybody's living a better life. You understand? Nobody wants change. People in China didn't want change, and the government had to force them to move for the betterment of the country. You understand? So I'm not trying to take away nobody's homes, even though you took away his homes. You understand? And he's a good man, and he's trying to give you the opportunity to go elsewhere, and he'll pay for it. You understand? But you can't be wrong and strong. You can't. And then you're gonna give up the opportunity of finding a different place, a better job to help you and your family because you're fighting for a house, you're fighting for a property that is not yours anymore. And I don't want to hurt your kids. I don't want you to hurt mine. And I'm just tired of it. I know you're a mother. I know all of you are mothers. I know all of you are fathers and things like that. And you're thinking you're doing it best for your children, but what's best is to try to see a better way. You understand? A better way. And you got to sit down with yourself and say, okay, right is right, wrong is wrong. The man got his property stolen, but you're fighting to steal more of his property to feed your family, and you don't want him to feed his. Meanwhile, he's being kind to you because when he came, he offered full market value for the home to pay you because he didn't want to go to court. But now that he went to court and won, he's not going to offer you that. And then he sat down again. He said, okay, I'll offer them to get somewhere else. They can get an apartment somewhere else. They get a job. He even went out to the lengths of trying to get them work. And they still fighting, coming up with all the stuff, stealing from me, stealing from him. So he don't know what to do, and I definitely don't know what to do anymore. But it's already done. He won the case. All the departments is known. Maybe the employees, because the employees doing some trick. They doing some trickery. These employees, but all that stuff is done. It's just a matter of design. Yep. Everybody in the whole Canarsie. Yep. You understand? And the ones who is not gonna fight it, is gonna be compensated. But Canarsie is gonna get redone. It's gonna get redone, and everybody's gonna be compensated for those who want to be compensated. And yeah, no, it's not gonna be no $1 million compensation. And they're not giving you selling the home that you don't earn because you're a squatter. And the people who do own their homes, they're gonna give them compensation. But as far as the squatters, they're gonna get whatever. I don't know what he decided or the city decided what kind of compensation anybody's gonna get. They might just come home one day and the house is gone, and they're gonna be like, okay, here's your walking papers. But he's still working on it to find these people, relocate these people, like it or not. And if they want it, they take it. And if they don't want it, well, find your own way. Because that's how it's going to be. He's going to find you locations where you can go and live in nice areas and nice homes and apartments or whatever, you know. And some people just lucky to do that he's doing that. Because he doesn't want anybody out on the street. He even asked me the day before yesterday, well, you don't really want to throw her out either. I'm like, well, this woman keeps stealing from me. This woman keep degrading my son. This woman keeps stressing me out for some simple shit. I don't go nowhere near her kids, and she's always dialing my son's phone number. Why? Why is she doing that? You understand? I'll go nowhere, and what irks me is that these cops don't do nothing. Because really, I just want to go over there and beat the shit out of her. Because They doing the punk move. No wives and kids, but they going straight to your kids. You understand? And my son was on their side because they know I'm, very argumentative and stuff. But now you want to terrorize my kids. So as a mother, what do you want me to do? I just want to put you underwater and let you suffocate. That's me. But anyway, just help each other out. You work for these departments, Con Ed, Brooklyn Union is not even T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of networks going on here. Yep, they got their own individual networks to spy on people. Yep, Reyes got a whole setup over there. All his family. I'm gonna send you a pin code. Can you read it back to me? Oh yeah. They try to hide their voices. I'm like, okay, I'ma just thing with it. And I just use the same phone or whatever. I don't even use the other phone. I just use the same phone and let them download whatever. Then I'ma take it, hand it over to the FBI. So when they send me the code, I'm saying in my mind, thank you. You giving me a self tracker because the FBI can distinguish anything. They can find out anything. You want to download a track on my phone? They gonna find you. So you can send all the codes you want to. All right. So anyway, thank you for everybody, and everybody, please be your brother's keeper. Watch over everybody. Help Kendrick. Help us, and whoever don't want a thing, they gotta take it up with the government. But we in there like swimwear. All right, people. So you're doing a good job. You're doing a great job. So you're gonna be king of whatever you want to be king and queen of. Okay? Yes, king of the streets. All right. Have a great day. Bye. Love you all.